Okay, Mate, yes. Good morning, all. Okay, good morning. Yes, we will move for the lesson. Okay, okay, we will move. So, I wanted to tell, firstly, yesterday we discussed about that questions. What are they? How is data transmitted from one microbit to another? Okay, we quickly discuss what type of data transmitter can be microbit. Another thing, okay? I think you can write these things, no? Yes, you already wrote. Yes. Shall we move? Next thing. Yes, we will continue for next things. Yeah. Okay, they are having some question for you. They are having some question for you. Okay, for check process. Okay, so they are having some questions. You can do them. Okay. Later on, I will discuss. You can do these questions. They are having what? The things. Okay, can you do quickly? I will give you 2-3 minutes. Can you try it? I think it's better to try now. Yes. Can I try this question? Yes, quickly. Yes. Try it. Okay, try. I will explain. Yes. About first question, what they are asking, which of the following pseudocode command can be used for read input from the user? In a pseudocode, when you wanted to read some input, what can we take? Actually, read and write, we are using that parallelogram mark like, in the pseudocode. In the flowchart, sorry, in the flowchart, you can see if you wanted to read, get input and output, you can use this parallelogram mark. So normally in flowchart, you are using input and output word for that one. So pseudocode, like there, for reading something, you can take input. For write something, you can take output. So answer should be what? You can use read input. Okay, read the command, you can use input. Sometimes it can be used read in, but mostly the answer should be input. Okay, following pseudocode, you can use the command for reading something, you can use the input there. Okay, yes, input. Second one, write the value stored in new value once, but this pseudocode algorithm turn run. What's the algorithm? They are having variable, it is taken as 20, x value taken as 200. So variable plus x value, 20 plus 200, divide by variable 1. Okay, divide by variable 1. 20 plus 200 divide by 20. It should be what? 20 plus 200. 20 plus 200, this should be 220. Should we divide by 20? 220 divided by 20, it should be, answer should be what? 11. The answer should be 11. You can substitute this value. There are decline. Variable 1 as 20. X value as 200. 200 plus 20, 220 divided by 20. It's 11. It should be 11. And the next one, which is the following output, will be pseudocode algorithm give when the number 10 and 5 are input. If you input number as 10 and 5, okay, which of the following output will this pseudocode algorithm give when the numbers 10 and 5 are input? The input values are 10 and 5. So output, what should be what? The input values are 10 and 5. Which of the following output will be pseudocode algorithm give when the numbers 10 and 5 are input? Okay, so second 0, third 0. If first value is greater than 10, then output second. If the otherwise it should be input third. What is the output? First, second, third. Now, if I take the input value as 10, 10 is 10 is what? Greater than 10? No. So, if not, what happened? Input third, otherwise output first, second, and third. So, output should be what? First, second, and third. What is the first? First is 10. Second, second is what? 0. Third, third should be what? First of all, input are what? Look at it. This may be complicated. Okay. In the beginning, input first as 10. Okay. First as 10. Okay. And then is 5. Input first, it is not greater than 10. Input second or input third. Then you have to input second and input third. Okay. So you have to take what? Third, if it is greater than 10. Not greater than 10, you have to consider what? Third. Third should be what? Third should be 5. So second already consider. Second should be what? 0. So first, second, third. Second should be 0. So first 10, second, what? 0, third should be 5. 10, 0, 5. It may be complicated, yes. Doesn't matter. 10, 0, 5. 10, 0, 5. 10, 0, 5. This may be, yes. Like that, okay? It may be complicated a little bit, okay? Others are okay. That question you can do, yes. You can do it later on, okay? This question doesn't matter, you can do. I'll discuss later on, okay? So, next, shall we move for the new part that's regarding to modeling? And there should be have simulators with the modeling, okay? Okay, please write down the second part of that on manage data. The second lesson, manage data, and subtopic should be modeling. Okay, write it, please. Write it. Okay. Yes. Yeah, we will discuss about the modeling. First of all, what is modeling there? So this lesson you have to go with some keywords, feature, goal seek, key features, model, simulator, what if analysis, something like that. You have to following up. Okay. So first thing you have to know about what is simulator. They are having several simulators. There are Android simulators, at vehicle simulators. Yeah. Something a prototype, a model. Okay. Simulator, there can be have word going with the prototype or model there. Okay. So again, under modeling, you can write a subtopic, a simulator. Okay, what is a simulator? You should be know that. What is a simulator? A model can provide realistic copy. Okay. A model can be provide a realistic copy of real life. So system. For example, for a model that something like a aeroplane. Aeroplane is something a model. They are a provide what? A real life scenario. So a model can provide a realistic copy of real life system. Model is actually a something a copy. When we create a real system for the world, before that one we have a introduce what? Model for the world. Because of that, you can get idea what should be improved there. What are things that should be improved? What are the things that can be seen on the model? So, example, we can take the model of the aeroplane. So, model can be also provide example for the particular setting for something like a model village. So, model can be used for help understand how something will look, feel, or work. Okay, so they can be get an idea before that can be created. So, a model can provide the realistic copy of real life system. Okay, model can be provided realistic copy of real life system. So model can be used to help us understand how something will be look, feel, or work. Okay, so model can be used to help us understand how something will look, feel, or work. Okay, so model can be provided a realistic copy of real life system. So model can be used to help us that about understand how something will look, feel, or work in there. Shall I write? Okay, that's a main thing. A model. It can be provided realistic copy of realized system. That's mainly about models. Okay, it can be used to help us understand how something will look, feel, or work. It is actually a provided realistic copy of realized system. Write them, okay? Underline part, please write. And next thing is a simulator. Simulator is a type of model. It can be a what? Copies of system. Scenarios that can be helped to provide what? Can be helped to provide copies of system of scenarios that can be help people to develop practice certain skills. Okay. A simulator is a type of model that are copies of system scenarios that help to people develop and practice certain skill. Something a surgeon can be use a surgery simulator to practice before they are surgery of people. Before practicing, before what? Going to surgery with the people, they are using a simulator, car simulator. Did you heard about when you are provide license, they are giving a car simulator practice as a real world. Okay, like that, there are two things, models and the simulators. First of all, please write down this. Okay, please write down them. First of all, write it. Yes. That's a different, okay? They are just like same, but it is different. Model is the a system. Actually, what? A model can be taken as a what? A machine that introduced as a before introduce a real machine forward. There are introduced model for getting feedback. But in the simulator, it is just type a model, but it is used for the experiment. We are using car simulators. That's taken what? Practicing before practice real life car, you can use a simulated car. Before practicing real life surgeons, you can use a simulator surgeons. Like that one, they are having two things. The simulators. Okay. I think you wrote that one. And the next thing, yeah, another example of the simulator is flight simulators. The pilots, they are practicing with the flight simulators. Experience, it like to what? Fly an aeroplane. Like that one, it allows you to what? Do this safely on the ground. So you need to actual aeroplane and fly it. Okay. Like that one, they are practicing with this. I think this is important. You have to remember. Okay, another example of the simulator is a flight simulator. A flight simulator allows you to experience what is like to fly an aeroplane. It allows you to do safety on the ground. Okay, it's like an actual aeroplane. Can you please write down that one, please? Underline part. Yes. Please write that underline part. Yes. Okay. Allows example for the simulator for the flight simulator. The flight simulator allows you experience what is it is like to aeroplane and allows to safely on the ground. Okay, before what, right? Actual aeroplane, the pilot and the staff can be practicing with the this one. Yes, that's important. Okay, yes, that should be important. That's all. The simulator in the flight simulator. Okay, right. Please write underline. Yes, underline this. Write them. Mainly that simulators are doing this. It may be a flight simulator, it can be what? Airplane or anything there. This is better. Yes. Okay. We'll continue. So there can be used flight simulators as example for the simulator. Like here, you can see there are practicing with the simulators. So they are having some option. with the buttons, another thing with the simulators. Okay, so all of the different pieces of information that are output on the screen and the option that you are choose are calling what features. There can be have several options, simulator or system or anything. There can be have several options. What are they? All the different pieces of information that are output on the screen. The options that you can choose are called features. There can be have several features. Some of these features can be taken as a key features. What are they? Some of the features can be taken as a key features. Key features are features that are important or interesting. Key features may be very important. It should be interesting. Okay, they are having several features. The key features are highlighted more. They are very important compared with other. Okay, so all the different pieces of information that are output on the screen and the option that you can be choose called the features. All the different pieces of information that are output on the screen and the option that you are choose called the features. Some of these features can be key features. Okay, some of these features can be taken as a key features. Key features are features that are important or interesting. Why? Key features are very important. There can be have features something like mainly first of all install the ATM machine on your bank. It's the first time. But you have to analyze what are the features that can be available on the ATM machine. They are having a card option. They are having a what? Entering PIN number. Okay. If there are not knowing PIN number, what should we do? Like that one, the key feature is entering PIN number. It is a security thing. If you don't know about PIN number, you can't access for the what? Card. Like that. There should be have some features. And also there should be have some key features. Key features that highlighted features that should be shown on the figure. That can be seen on the figure. They are calling as a key features. They are a highlighted one. Okay, that highlights figures we are taking as a key features. It should be important. Okay, so without key features, it not allowed for someone. Okay, yes. So they are having two differences from features and the key features. They are having two differences between features and the key features. You should be aware about that too. What are the features and what are the key features? Okay, you should be know about that too. Okay, write down. What are the features and what are the key features that should be following up there? Yes, write it. Okay, you can write all the different pieces of information that are output on the screen and the option that you can choose called are features. So some of these features can be key features. Key features are features that are important or interesting. Key features are features that are very important or interesting thing. Okay. There are several features. Key features are very important. Highlight them. Okay, yes, that are main thing that when we see on the differences between what features and the key features. Okay, so there are running some simulators. Okay, there are running some simulators and data. What are the thing? In simulators, they can be write some data on that. That means to make more simulators, we need to give them some data that they can process to give an output. What is that? To make more simulators work, we need to give them some data that they can process to give an output. Think about the flight simulator. What data you able to input the simulators? They can be used what? They can be used plus and minus one key to change the speed. Yes, something like that. You can use the numbers 0 to 9 for speed. Okay. There are some what? Example, this is for what? Simulators. No need to take these kind of things. There can be two arrows up and down. Like that one, there can be used simulators and the data. There can be used some simulators and the data. It's depend on your work. Okay, it's maybe depend on your work. So to make more simulator works, we need to give them some data that they process to give an output. For example, to make most simulator works, we need to give some data that they process to give an output. Think about flight simulators. Okay. If you think about flight simulator, you can write use plus or minus. You can use 0 to 9, set up speed. You can use up arrow and down arrow. Like that, there is everything. Okay, can you write, please? Okay, write these things. This is last thing I want to write about simulators. Okay, please write. Yes, write down, please. Yes. Okay, right. So most simulators work, we need to give there's some data that they process to give an output. Think about the price simulator. Okay, you can think about price simulator. Use the plus and minus marking to change the speed. You can use the case 0 to 9 setup speed. You can use the 0 to 9 to set up the speed. There are many. You can use what arrow keys, as previously I said. You can use the arrow keys, turn the aeroplane left and right. Yes. You can use a mouse to turn the aeroplane left and right. Yes. You can use a mouse to get the aeroplane take off and take in the air. Okay, like that one. There can be used several options. I think you are right in this one. Yes. After that one, move. That are some example for how simulators can be read data. Okay, how simulators can be read data. Yes. Yes, write them. What are simulators can be work? It's pre-seen, sorry. Yes, like that one simulators can be work. You can use what? And there can be lot of options with simulators. It can be numbers to 0 to 9 or something like that. You can use what keys to learn about uh, how to turn left, right, something like that. You can use what? mouse to turn in an aeroplane left or something like that. You can use one mouse, then take off, and like that. There are having some option with aeroplane. Okay, please write. I think it's some getting pretty easy. My one thing you can write is okay. I think you wrote these things. Okay, that's the main thing that I wanted to tell. The differences. Firstly, you should be know about what are the models, and next you wanted to know about simulators, and next you have to know about what is the differences between simulators and the models. The differences between simulators and the model. Okay, that's thing you have to know. Okay, that are the thing mainly you should be know about the simulators, models, and other things. Okay, I think you got that one. Yes. Okay, so later we will discuss about. So this is the data. So according to this data, that simulators can be worked. No, this is all data that can be seen on the simulators. Okay, so I think you got that one. So I will have to wind out for today. Yes, you get idea that's related to what is the model and other things. Okay, we do practicals. Okay, on the separate day. Okay, take a separate day and we will do practical. Okay, doesn't matter. So I'll wind up the session for today. We will discuss other thing on next day. Okay. So I'll wind up today. Okay. We'll discuss later on. Okay. So good morning all. Pute. See you on next day. Okay. Good morning. See you on next day. Okay. Good morning all.